Hello, I'm Stephen E. Gross. I'm a candidate for the Wheaton-Warrenville CUSD 200 School Board in the upcoming April 6 election. I appreciate the opportunity to participate in this virtual forum. I have been a Wheaton resident for almost 13 years. I am a D200 parent. My two daughters both attended Jefferson Preschool, Emerson Elementary School. My oldest is currently in her last year at Monroe Middle School and will be a high school student in the fall of 2021. I am a passionate educator who has spent over 20 years in K-12 education. I started my teaching career in rural Iowa at a very small school district as a high school social studies teacher. I spent 2 years supporting first and second year teachers in mid-sized New Orleans. I taught high school special education in Brooklyn, New York at a high school with over 5,000 students and arguably the largest school district in the country. I would bring an educator's perspective and experience to the school board. I believe our school board needs to include educators with experience inside schools to better understand the issues our school board decides on. When I left the classroom, I became an administrator, running data and an SIS for a small charter school group. From there, I transitioned to the private sector and educational technology. For the past 14 years, I have worked with hundreds of school districts around the state, country, and world. I help school districts with a variety of data systems. They pay for the experience I have working directly with administrators and teachers to understand their data needs. While a CUSD 200 parent, I felt we were lacking STEM and STEAM project-based learning curriculum. I created a STEAM club at Emerson over 7 years ago. During that time, I have worked with over 150 students on a variety of projects. My activities have branched out to include CUSD STEM fairs, working with neighboring school districts, and delivering professional development to teachers in our area. I have published articles about socio-emotional learning and design process education in nationally recognized journals. I recognized a problem and I personally found a solution. COVID-19 caught us all by surprise last spring. Our world was turned upside down. Last summer, I thought ahead about what problems our schools may face. I created and contributed to a GoFundMe campaign. I was able to purchase a large tent for Emerson. Once again, I recognized a problem and I took personal action to help solve it. I have 4 primary goals I would focus on if elected to school board. I think it is imperative that we define a better digital citizenship curriculum. Our students are not as prepared as neighboring school districts on how to live and work in the digital age. We need to embed digital skills into everything we do. Our teachers need to know what good citizenship looks like and model it every day. We also need to teach our children what bad citizenship looks like. Our district needs to invest in design process-focused STEM and STEAM curriculum. Students need to learn that failure is a part of life, and more importantly, they need to understand how to react when they experience it. Our students need to be presented with challenges and learn how to overcome them. We all want things to be back to normal in 21-22, but we need to proactively prepare in case things are not. CUSD needs to continue to follow guidelines from the Health Department and ISB. It is possible those guidelines will still include social distancing. We have successfully social distanced at the elementary school level because about 20% of students signed up for Virtual Academy. One of my children is a VA student, and there are some great success stories at VA. I think we should keep a VA option open next year. However, a large number of students from elementary Virtual Academy will want to return to their brick-and-mortar schools. Right now, some VA students are unable to return to their home schools due to spacing restraints. How will we do this next year if guidelines require us to remain socially distanced? We need to explore what classrooms around our district have open space, where we have empty classrooms, and maybe even what spaces we could convert to classrooms if we want to be ready for a large number of VA students to return to their brick-and-mortar elementary schools. Our plan needs to include how we would handle situations where students would be placed outside their boundaried school. This will be a difficult endeavor, but one we need to think about so our district is ready for next school year. Our children have lived through very difficult times. We need a plan in place to address the socio-emotional and academic needs of our students. I roll up my sleeves and try to help. This is evident in the things I have done as a D200 parent. I have the background to help our district make difficult decisions, and I have an attitude that makes things help. Thanks for inviting me to this forum, and thanks for taking the time to listen to me.